Hi, singers. I'm Justin Stoney, the founder of New York Vocal Coaching, here with you for another episode of Quick Singing Tips. This week, I'm joining you on a cold winter's day from my hood. No, not this hood. My hood, the Upper West Side. I love the Upper West Side because it's far quieter than Midtown Manhattan. Sure, there's always the occasional ambulance siren, car horn, or shout them some New Yorker! But when the springtime comes, these things are going to be drowned out by the sounds of birds chirping in these trees. The streets are lined with brownstone after brownstone after beautiful brownstone, and that's what I call home. But the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. Which leads us to our question for this week from Sana G in Beirut, Lebanon. Sana writes, "Dear Justin, my siblings are always telling me to stop singing and keep it down. Do you have any advice?" That's a fabulous question, Sana. I'm really sorry to hear that your siblings haven't been more supportive, but between you and me, those siblings don't know what they're missing. Still, it's important for you and all singers to find a place where you feel comfortable singing. Here in New York, we all live stacked on top of each other. Everybody can hear everyone else's business. I'm thankful that my Upper West Side neighbors know that I'm a voice teacher, so they expect to hear me practicing all sorts of bizarre and downright shocking noises and sounds. Not to mention the fact that I've got no shame anymore and just go ahead and make all the sounds. And that's really the key. If you're practicing properly, it should not sound like beautiful sounds happening all the time. Practicing is not a performance. It's practice. You should be making the kinds of sounds where siblings, neighbors, or passers-by say, "What the heck is going on in there?" After all, the singing voice is made up of many different components. Some of them strong, some of them weak, some of them bright, some of them dark, some of them high, some of them low, some of them clean, and some not so clean. So actually, Sana, it might not be such a bad thing that your siblings are annoyed by your practicing. Probably you're doing it right. Still, whether you live in New York or Beirut or the middle of a cornfield, you need to find a practice space where you feel free to make sounds. If your practices are always done in a place where you have to be quiet, your voice won't develop its strength. Down the street before. If your practices are in a place where you're being judged, then you'll only go for the sounds that you think are acceptable. So if your home's not working for you, find another space to practice. Maybe it's a practice room at school. Maybe you can practice at a friend's house. Some singers even like to rent a rehearsal space. Or you might just take a walk out in nature and sing with the birds. But no matter what you do, if you can't practice at home, you've got to make sure your practice space isn't standing in the way of your vocal progress. Here's some more ways to make vocal progress.
For voice lessons or Skype lessons with the NYVC staff, visit us at newyorkvocalcoaching.com. If you'd like a vocal course that you can do at home, check out the Voice Lessons to the World vocal course. This 12-part program takes you on a singing journey from beginner to master-level vocal exercises. You can find it at voicelessonstotheworld.com. Or if you'd like free vocal tips sent to you each day, sign up at dailyvocaltips.com. And now, here's Justin with this week's vocal benediction.
For anybody who's been told, "Keep it down in there," let me encourage you. Don't stop singing. Don't stop practicing. The only way to get where you want to be is through making a bunch of embarrassing sounds. So keep on making them, and your best sounds will follow. Just make sure that you find a place that's just for you. Your vocal home sweet home.